We're going to start with this strong reaction that we've had online to the case of the alleged killer, Luigi Mangione, about he was the young man accused of fatally shooting the United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson, and he's sort of been turned into this folklore kind of hero almost online. What questions is this raising?
Yeah, it's really interesting. So like you said, this week, 26-year-old Luigi Mangione, he's been charged with the murder of CEO of one of America's biggest health insurers, United Healthcare, Brian Thompson. And the online reaction to him being charged with this has been really interesting. People have really, like you said, glorified him and really painted him as this hero. Now, there are a few reasons as to why people think this is. One of them, it's pretty silly, but people actually think it's just, what people perceive as him being a pretty attractive guy. So initially, when photos were being released of him online, of who police were looking for, people were making jokes and they're like, oh, you know what, this guy looks pretty great, which is quite an interesting take to make about somebody charged with murder. But then now people are inferring his, possible motive of killing this CEO of this insurance company, as well as like looking at his online footprint and looking at his like Goodreads reviews and his Reddit posts, and all of those combined are making people quite, affectionate towards this man charged with this very serious crime.
Yeah, it's a really, really interesting response.
Yeah. One
of the other stories that's floating around at the moment is this really interesting lawsuit that's going on between two TikTokers or lifestyle influencers in the States. Can you take us through this? I've found this really intriguing.
Yes, so there is now the battle of the beige. So there's these two Texas-based influencers, and both of them make similar content where they're posting them, doing things around their house. And the way that both of them make a decent amount of their income is all the products in their videos they have these affiliate links of Amazon, like where you can buy them on Amazon. So they get a commission when people buy the products used in their videos. Now, one of the influencers is actually suing the other one for infringing on her beige aesthetic, on her cream look, which has created a few different reactions online. Like, I was actually looking at the comment sections of people discussing this on TikTok. On TikTok, there are actually quite a lot of people who are saying, about time, like influencers need to be protected, and they're actually welcoming this lawsuit, which is really interesting. But I've noticed the reaction off of TikTok and articles and just people discussing it outside. They found it quite ridiculous because, this cream beige aesthetic is everywhere.
It's very common.
It's very common. So suing somebody for copying you it does sound a bit strange, but people who create similar content seem to be welcoming this move, which is really interesting.
It's intriguing though, because isn't the idea that influencers are influencing other people,
exactly,
right?
Yeah.
It's a really interesting issue to have, I suppose.
Yeah, because the goal of the influencer is you want people to be looking like you and buying the things that you want.
You're providing affiliate links to directly copy what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. And look, the thing is, when you look at their videos side by side, chances are it does look like she's copying her. But the details that it's come down to in the lawsuit is like she's copying the fonts that she uses and her haircut and the poses in front of like her mirror selfies. And you look, and they are pretty similar. But like you said, that is the nature of the influencer community, where people see a trend and then they latch onto it. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the court
The
rules.
whole idea of that aesthetic is that there's not much variety.
Yes.
There's not many places.
Surely there's only
go,
like 10 different shades of beige that you can go for.
And when you're talking fonts, there's only so many fonts that Instagram lets you use.
Yeah, and even like it's really interesting because both of them are Amazon influencers. Amazon itself as a business has built its success by copying other products. So it's just like, what's the implications if she's found to be copying this other video that's promoting Amazon products? It's really strange.
Very interesting.